Have you ever shared a piece of your breakfast with your dog? Just a small bite of toast with peanut butter or a sliver of chicken, because their eyes begged for it? I did too, until the day my dog collapsed minutes later. I had no idea the peanut butter I gave her contained xylitol, a sweetener safe for humans but deadly for dogs. That moment shattered me. She was my heart, and I thought I was showing love. Instead, I nearly poisoned her. You're not alone. Most dog parents don't realize that ordinary foods, even ones sitting in your fridge right now, can cause seizures, kidney failure, or worse. This video is your wake-up call. We'll go through 12 seemingly harmless foods that can slowly or suddenly harm your dog. If you love them, truly love them, this might be the most important thing you ever watch. Because love isn't just what you give, it's what you know not to. 1. Xylitol, peanut butter, gum. It was just a spoonful of peanut butter, a reward during training, a way to hide her anxiety pill, a gesture of love. But for one woman, it nearly became a goodbye. He collapsed. We rushed to the vet, terrified, she wrote. That spoonful had xylitol. Xylitol is a common sugar substitute used in sugar-free gum, mints, toothpaste, baked goods, and even some brands of peanut butter. It's perfectly safe for humans. But in dogs, it triggers a rapid surge of insulin, which causes a dangerous drop in blood sugar, known as hypoglycemia. Within 30 to 60 minutes, symptoms like vomiting, staggering, seizures, or even coma can appear. According to the Merck Veterinary Manual, as little as 0.1 Joule can trigger hypoglycemia, and 0.5 Joule can cause liver failure or death. That's just one spoonful for a small dog. Many pet parents learn this too late. They give peanut butter as a treat, unaware that brands like Skippy, Creamy, or Jif may contain this hidden threat. What's worse, xylitol is often in places you wouldn't expect: vitamins, nasal sprays, and even baked goods left on the counter. Dogs are fast, curious, and trusting. One bite could cost their life. If your dog ever eats something with xylitol, don't wait. Call your vet or the Animal Poison Control Hotline immediately. Time is critical. Safer alternatives include plain peanut butter made only from roasted peanuts, unsweetened coconut yogurt, or mashed pumpkin. Because when it comes to your dog's safety, the sweetest things can be the most dangerous. 2. Grapes and raisins. I just gave her half a cookie, one user shared, still shaken. I had no idea it had raisins. She never woke up. Grapes and raisins, including those hidden in cookies, trail mix, or cereals, can be fatally toxic to dogs. Unlike xylitol, where the dose is clearer, grape toxicity remains unpredictable. Some dogs eat several with no reaction. Others develop acute kidney failure from just a few. A 2019 study published in PubMed Central found that 73% of dogs exposed to grapes or raisins showed neurological symptoms, and nearly half developed severe kidney dysfunction. The lowest lethal dose recorded for raisins was just 2.8 gkg, meaning even a handful of raisin cereal could be fatal for a small dog. No one knows the exact toxin, but researchers suspect tartaric acid may damage the kidneys. What's terrifying is how fast it happens: vomiting within hours, then lethargy, increased thirst, and eventual kidney shutdown. And the worst part? Most owners don't connect a sweet snack with a medical crisis until it's too late. Children especially may share raisins or grapes without knowing the risks. If you suspect your dog ate even a few grapes or raisins, don't wait for symptoms. Seek emergency care immediately. For sweet, healthy alternatives, try blueberries or strawberries. Safe, antioxidant-rich, and delicious. Because love means never assuming just one bite is safe. 3. Macadamia nuts. You dropped a few macadamia nuts while snacking. Your dog licked them up. You didn't think twice. They're just nuts, right? But within hours, your dog starts trembling, struggling to stand, refusing food. According to the Merck Veterinary Manual, macadamia nuts are one of the top 10 most toxic human foods for dogs. Just 2.4 g to 20 grams per kilogram of body weight can cause severe symptoms within 12 hours: vomiting, fever, leg weakness, depression, and tremors. In some cases, the dog becomes unable to walk, collapsing as if paralyzed. The good news? With supportive care, most dogs recover within 48 hours. But the bad news is that most owners don't realize the danger until after the symptoms begin. And it's not just macadamias. Many nuts, like walnuts and pecans, can contain mold-based toxins or become choking hazards, especially for smaller breeds or older dogs with poor teeth. One viewer wrote, "She was just licking the floor after I dropped mixed nuts. Hours later, she couldn't stand." Don't wait for regret. Keep nuts out of reach. Store snack bowls high. Educate kids and guests, because what seems harmless to us can shut down a dog's nervous system. Safe swaps. Carrot sticks or apple slices without seeds. Crunchy, sweet, and non-toxic. 4. Cooked bones, especially chicken. She died choking on a chicken bone. I still hear the sound. It's one of the most heartbreaking comments we've ever received. Cooked bones, especially from chicken or pork, may feel like a natural treat. But once cooked, bones become brittle. Instead of breaking cleanly, they splinter, turning into razor-sharp shards that can puncture the throat, tear the stomach lining, or block the intestines. Veterinary hospitals see cases every week. Dogs vomiting blood, hunched in pain, or unable to defecate. Emergencies that often end in surgery or death. The ASPCA lists cooked bones among the most common causes of gastrointestinal perforation in dogs. Small dogs are especially vulnerable. What's a small piece to us is a devastating weapon to their delicate system. A cooked chicken wing may seem harmless in a moment of celebration, but for some, it's a life-ending mistake. If your dog has ever gnawed on table scraps, keep a close watch for symptoms: vomiting, lethargy, blood in stool, or refusal to eat. Don't wait and see. Call your vet immediately. Safe alternatives? Raw, meaty bones recommended by holistic vets, only under supervision. Or even better, frozen carrots or dental chews that clean teeth without risking internal trauma. Because love should never come with splinters. 5. Garlic and onion, raw or cooked. She always licked the pan after I made dinner. I didn't think seasoning could hurt her. Garlic and onions, two of the most common ingredients in human food, are toxic to dogs in all forms: raw, cooked, powdered, or dried. Yet many dog owners unknowingly feed them to their pets through leftovers, rotisserie chicken, or even store-bought baby food. What makes them dangerous? Thiosulfates, compounds that damage your dog's red blood cells, leading to hemolytic anemia, a life-threatening condition. Symptoms include lethargy, vomiting, pale gums, and rapid breathing. But they often don't appear for days, making it hard to trace the cause. According to veterinary toxicology guidelines, as little as 15 to 30 grams of onion per kilogram of body weight can cause anemia in dogs. That's about one slice of onion for a 10-pound dog. And garlic? Even stronger. Japanese breeds like Shiba Inus and Akitas are especially vulnerable. One comment stood out. I shared some of my garlic mashed potatoes. 2 days later, my dog couldn't stand. The problem is subtle. It's the seasoning on your chicken. the onion in your soup, the garlic powder in your spice mix. You think you're sharing love. You're sharing poison. Rule of thumb: if it's seasoned for humans, it's probably unsafe for dogs. Safe flavor? Try plain chicken, turmeric, or chopped parsley. Natural, gentle, and healing. 6. Artificial sweeteners, sucralose, sorbitol. She just had a bite of my sugar-free yogurt. Within hours, she had explosive diarrhea. I thought she caught a bug, but it was me. Artificial sweeteners like sucralose, sorbitol, and maltitol are increasingly common in diet products. Sugar-free yogurt, protein bars, toothpaste, vitamins, and even baked goods. While not as deadly as xylitol, these sugar substitutes can still cause serious digestive upset in dogs, especially smaller or sensitive ones. Dogs lack the enzymes to digest many artificial compounds. When these sweeteners reach the colon undigested, they ferment, leading to bloating, cramping, gas, and diarrhea. In older dogs, or those with GI issues, this can trigger days of discomfort and dehydration. Unlike xylitol, there is no specific lethal dose, but repeated exposure can damage gut health and worsen food sensitivities over time. And here's the tricky part: many labels don't say dog safe or dog unsafe. You have to know the chemical names. Avoid sorbitol, maltitol, erythritol, isomalt, sucralose, unless a vet says otherwise. Choose instead plain Greek yogurt, pumpkin puree, or unsweetened coconut cream. Because a little label reading today could save your dog a whole lot of pain tomorrow. 7. Deli meats, bacon. It was just a piece of bacon from breakfast. I didn't think it would hurt her. Deli meats, bacon, and sausage are salty, savory, and hard to resist, especially when your dog gives you that hopeful look. But behind that sizzle is a chemical cocktail of preservatives, nitrates, sodium, and spices that can silently damage your dog's health. Studies have linked processed meats in dogs to increased risk of pancreatitis, a painful and potentially fatal inflammation of the pancreas. Symptoms include vomiting, hunching, loss of appetite, and a bloated abdomen. High levels of sodium and nitrates can also lead to long-term problems: kidney damage, bladder cancer, and hypertension. For small dogs, even a few slices can push their intake beyond safe limits. One viewer shared, "I gave her a piece of ham every day. Now she's on meds for chronic pancreatitis. I wish I knew sooner." The tragedy? It starts as a habit of love. If you want to share meat, boil plain, skinless chicken or turkey breast. No salt, no oil, no seasoning. Because what's flavorful to us can be fatal to them. 8. Canned tuna or fish in oil. Fish is healthy, right? I thought I was helping her. Turns out, I was hurting her liver. Many pet owners believe tuna or canned fish is a smart protein boost. But for dogs, especially smaller or older ones, canned tuna, mackerel, or sardines in oil can carry serious health risks. The first concern? Mercury toxicity. Tuna, in particular, is a large predatory fish that accumulates mercury, a heavy metal that, over time, can damage your dog's nervous system and kidneys. Chronic exposure has been linked to tremors, anxiety, and even seizures. The second? Most canned fish is packed in oil, salt, or preservatives, all harmful to dogs. Oil can trigger pancreatitis, excess salt strains the kidneys, and preservatives burden the liver. According to canine nutritionists, dogs need omega-3s, not mercury or additives. But even well-meaning owners can miscalculate. One comment read, "She loved tuna on rice. I didn't realize it was hurting her until her kidney values spiked." If you want to add fish, choose steamed or boiled salmon or sardines, packed in water, with no salt or flavoring. Simple, clean, safe. Because what fuels human health may poison canine bodies if you don't know what to look for. 9. Flavored yogurt, especially with sugar or xylitol. She had a sensitive stomach, so I gave her yogurt for probiotics. She bloated, vomited, and didn't eat for a day. Yogurt sounds like a healthy choice, and in some forms, it can be. But the kind we buy for ourselves? Flavored, sweetened, fruit on the bottom yogurt? It's often a hidden danger. Many store-bought yogurts contain refined sugar, artificial sweeteners like xylitol, or high levels of lactose, all of which can cause severe digestive upset in dogs. Some brands even add thickeners or fruit syrups that increase acidity and ferment in the gut. Most adult dogs are lactose intolerant. Just a few spoonfuls of dairy can lead to bloating, nausea, or diarrhea, especially in older pets or small breeds. And if xylitol is involved, it's not just discomfort, it's an emergency. One pet owner said, "I was just trying to help her digestion. Instead, I gave her a toxin." The safe version? Plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, low lactose, or coconut-based alternatives with no additives. Because healing your dog's gut should never start a trip to the ER. 10. Instant noodles with seasoning. I ran out of dog food, so I mixed instant noodles with rice. She seemed fine, until the vomiting started. In a pinch, it might seem harmless. Instant noodles are soft, filling, and easy to prepare. But for dogs, especially seniors or those with health issues, they're a toxic trap disguised as comfort food. The noodles themselves offer no nutritional value, just refined carbs and unhealthy fats. But it's the seasoning packet that poses real danger. Most seasoning mixes contain garlic powder, onion powder, high levels of sodium, and MSG, monosodium glutamate, all of which strain the liver, kidneys, and digestive system. Repeated exposure to salty, processed food can trigger chronic kidney disease, high blood pressure, and even neurological symptoms in sensitive dogs. One viewer admitted, "I thought I was being practical, but it cost me $600 at the emergency vet." Better option? Boil brown rice or quinoa and mix it with steamed carrots or pumpkin. Affordable, simple, and safe. Because shortcuts in nutrition can lead to long-term suffering. 11. Seasoned chicken, rotisserie, store-bought. She loved rotisserie chicken. I gave her a few bites every day until she stopped eating and cried from abdominal pain. Chicken itself isn't the enemy, but the way we season and prepare it for human taste can quietly destroy a dog's health. Store-bought rotisserie chicken is typically loaded with salt, garlic, onion, paprika, and other spices, many of which are toxic to dogs. Garlic and onion alone can cause anemia, as discussed earlier. Excess salt contributes to dehydration and kidney stress. The fatty skin, when eaten regularly, can trigger pancreatitis. Veterinarians often see pancreatitis flare-ups right after holidays, when dogs are treated to seasoned meats from the dinner table. One pet owner shared, "I thought I was giving her real food. I didn't realize the spices were slowly poisoning her." The better way? Boil or steam plain, skinless chicken breast. Add some pumpkin or sweet potato for flavor and fiber. No salt, no spice, just love. Because the flavor your dog craves is you, not the seasoning. Finally, other nuts. Walnuts, almonds. She found a few almonds I dropped on the floor. Later that night, she was vomiting and pacing. Something wasn't right. While macadamia nuts are among the most toxic, other nuts like walnuts, almonds, and pecans carry hidden dangers too. They may not kill instantly, but they can cause serious issues. Many nuts are high in fat, which can lead to pancreatitis, especially in older or overweight dogs. Salted nuts increase the risk of sodium ion poisoning and dehydration. And large nuts can pose choking hazards or cause intestinal blockages in small dogs. Even healthy raw nuts can harbor mold toxins like aflatoxin, which can damage the liver over time. One user wrote, "I thought almonds were safe, but she was in pain all night, and I learned the hard way." Skip the mixed nut bowl. If you want to share a snack, go for sliced apples, no seeds, cucumbers or baby carrots, because not every crunch is worth the risk. You made it to the end. That alone tells me you're not just a dog owner. You're a protector, a guardian of a life that loves you unconditionally. I know this might have been hard to hear. Maybe you recognized a mistake. Maybe your heart ached remembering a loss. But guilt doesn't heal. Awareness does. Dogs can't read labels. They can't say, "This hurts me." But you can. And now you do. If even one of these foods is in your home, take 5 minutes today to check, replace, and protect. It could mean the difference between a quiet cuddle and a desperate trip to the emergency vet. If this video helped you, share it. Not to shame, but to save. Because one tiny action could protect a four-legged soul that asks for nothing but love. And if you want science-backed tips like this every week, subscribe. Your dog's best life starts with what you do next.